Afternoon all. Autumn colours are beginning to appear, and I thought we'd go out in search of some. The basic plan is to head out Colford along the Speech House Road. I think I'm probably going to go on into the edge of Cinderford, down through Rusbridge towards the Dean Heritage Centre, but there's a right turn that leads one down to Blackpool Bridge, which I will probably take. That means we'll end up returning through the Speech House and back in the way we went out, but coming up past New Fancy. I don't think we'll be stopping for a sunset at New Fancy because it's a bit cloudy. Indeed, the forecast was for rain soon, but I haven't seen any yet, so keep your fingers crossed. And I will try to remember not to whistle to myself whilst recording. Better not knock that woman over, I suppose. Did I pick up my phone? No. No, I didn't. Okay, that means no selfies. Never mind. If I decide I need a selfie introduction to this, I can do it when I get home. Oh, I didn't check the tree in the market square either. Too much traffic. No, it's not going green yet. Oh, sorry, it's still green yet. Some nice colours coming up here by the police station. Yep. Now I've deliberately got the camera positioned so that I can't see it while I'm driving. Or I can't see the screen while I'm driving, let's say. That is an anti-distraction thing. But it also means I can't be certain it's recording. So again, fingers crossed. Cars turning right, they're going straight on there. Straight on leads us on a slightly more direct or alternative route to Gloucester, as known as the Gloucester Road. You join the A4136 and then the A40. If I'm going to Gloucester, I would go this way and join the A48 at Elton Corner, come up and meet the A40 at Hynham Roundabout, because I think it's prettier. Once you get the Hynham Roundabout, you just sit in the city traffic. God, I love city traffic. So this is Broadwell. Not the same Broadwell where I grew up, although the spelling is the same. So the worst of the school run should be over. Recycling centre. Yep, still pre-booked only. I'm not going to start on a rant about that now. I do wish this dude in front knew where the accelerator is in his car. Although on approach to this crossroads it is wise to back off anyway. Because immediately beyond it you've got an exit from the cycling centre. Haven't done a video around there yet, ought to do so sometime. Now on the left we have Beatonhurst. Ahead of us we have an S-bend, which I'm told by locals has been the scene of many an accident, mostly people coming this way rather than people going the way we're going. They come along there too fast and end up in the trees. Over to our right. I always think this junction to me really needs a 50 limit. It's very easy to come steaming along there rather fast, and somebody pulls out of the side road, you'll be in top. It's not particularly autumnal looking yet, actually. But I'll tell you what, let's just drive into and round the Speech House Woodlands car park. Not so much to see the cars, but more to see what else there is to see. The trees. A lot of brown looking bracken here. Oh, some nice ones up there. Some nice colours up there. We'll drive down the car park for a look at those. In fact, I'll even back in and pause and make sure this camera is recording. That's where one would walk through to get through to Walgreens Lake from this car park, I'm guessing. I've always managed to park up at Walgreens and had not had that problem. Okay, and brake on. Come on, little camera, are you doing anything? What are you doing, if anything? Yes, it is recording. Okay, so yes, now I know it is recording, and the mic is back on. I flipped the mic off and on as a way of checking that it is doing things. Okay, we shall continue on our merry way. Might put the head cam on and go for a walk through here at some point. Quite pleasant. Actually, a head cam walk around Walgreens before it gets too wet. It does get very wet around Walgreens. Walgreens Nature Reserve, also known as Walgreens Lake and Marsh. The word marsh gives the clue. Right. Now, the only thing we can do here is follow. Something else I have a mental note to myself to try. In here on the left you can just see a few cars parked. If you go up the track in front of the silver car, I think you can find the outer end of the Forester Dean Sculpture Trail with the stained glass thing, which might be rather nice to see. I'm actually going to drop back here a bit, because I'm fed up with looking at White Van Man's back end. I'd rather look at the trees. Well, a couple of things have got past the tractor, but I don't think we will before we get to Rusbridge Holt. I want to have just I think I'll just turn in at Rusbridge, take a look, but we're not stopping. Just want to see if it's looking autumnal yet. Yes, there is one more car between White Van Man and the tractor. That's gone. Ooh, White Van Man, that was a bit, a little bit. I'm not sure I would have done that. And now we certainly can't because we're going into a left-hand curve. Two more vehicles approaching. And we'll put our nose out. Give Sally some extra jungle chips and off we go. That's more better. I remember coming out at this bus stop when I'd got lost one day. Wandered into the woods somewhere down here, took what looked like a nice walkable, albeit not made track back, and it wasn't. And I had some fun. Got some nice pictures on the way. This must be an old railway bridge. Guilt Memorial Hospital, soon to be replaced by a new hospital, which many of the locals are not happy about, and I have to admit I can understand why. When we're losing about a third of the total hospital beds in the Forest of Dean, as compared to what there is now with our Guilt and Lydney hospitals. Going down and into a 30 limit at Cinderford. Oh, he's telling me I'm doing 29. Thank you, sir. 28, 27. Turning left. Second gear in. Rusbridge halt. The platform is still there. There's a wagon over the other side, as you may have seen as I swung round. Into the left here is the rugby club, and ahead of us is Cinderford's Linear Park. I don't know why it's called Linear Park. You can walk up that way straight ahead, but when Matt and I did it, we went in by those signs that you should be seeing now as I'm reversing round. Today this was only intended to be a drive-in for a look and drive out. There's another way that comes back, that comes out further up the road that we've just come down. Yeah, old A. Wiggins and Co. Limited, London EC4. Clear. And we're off again. 30 limit, we know. Okay, now where's the turning for Rusbridge? Not that one, that used to be Railway Terrace, Railway Road, but it's been blocked off at the bottom end. I presume to prevent its use as a wrap run. Now that isn't it, that is just a residential street. Here we go. Rusbridge, Soudley and Blakely. That's the one. Get the indicators on. In fact, I'll hang back and let this guy come out first, because it makes my angle of approach better. And we're round. And White Van Man, ooh! He didn't quite hit that polo, but yeah, he went in there a bit hot. Okay, Rusbridge, here we come. And the first spots of rain have just landed on the windscreen. What a nuisance. Even so, with any luck, we'll get something half worth viewing at the end of this. lucky with the traffic too. Two children running there. Let's give this van, it's a taxi actually, room to go. That building there is an old chapel, now converted into a holiday let. Some friends of mine stayed there and we were going to get fish and chips. But the chippy here is shut on a Tuesday, which was the night we agreed to meet. Self-storage. Okay, now we hit national speed limit for a bit, but the roads don't actually lend themselves well to very rapid travel, particularly when they're a bit damp. Particularly when we've shortly got to turn right. Yeah, I think there's a few trees here worth, it's beginning to look like it could be worth going for a walk with my stills camera at some point. But I don't think I'd walk around here because not the safest of roads to walk along. Oh yeah, that's nice ahead there. Camera probably can't see the stream down the slope there, but I can, out of the corner of my eye. Slow. Here we go. Give white van man behind me due warning of my intentions, and then I will pull over and let him go. Simply because I'm not now holding him up if I want to dawdle along here. Given the time of day, he may well be trying to get back to whatever his base is, to clock off and go home. And far be it from me to delay him doing that. Pine trees, you won't get much in the way of autumn colours from them. Just shadow. Let me think, this comes out of Blackpool Bridge. That's the top end of Wedgford. I might turn left at Blackpool Bridge, then head down to Wedgford. Bradley Hill, no idea where that goes. But from the sat-nav, it looks like you go a little way down it and turn right. And if you didn't take that right turn, you end up down a dead end in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of those around here. Car behind us is taking his time too. Oh, that's right, that's where... No, that isn't the Wainsford one, we're not far enough. Yes, it is. Arrived there once to find a local with his car there gathering wood for a fire. indoors firing the grate, I mean, not a bonfire. He actually heats his home with firewood. Ready? Road narrows, and indeed it does over this little bridge. I see they've done some kind of repair there to what had collapsed the last time I was here. Here we go, Blackpool Bridge. I'll just indicate and pull off here. You can actually get up onto that bridge, but I'm not doing so today. I think I'm quite into the idea of driving around and making of it and just getting the video of the autumn colours. To get up on the bridge, you'd go into the left there, road ahead closed. We know about that, but it's all right. It's not closed immediately. Okay, we've got two cars coming. Need to give way to the second one. Nope, he's turning as well, but he didn't bother to indicate. Somewhere further up here, or further down here, a local citizen calls the landslide. I forget the details. The chap who told me his final comment was, it couldn't happen to a nicer man. And his tongue was so far bulging out in his cheek. I don't know what plans, if any, there are to reinstate the road. Another road ahead closed sign, but again we're okay. This is Wenchford. Okay, let's take a quick turn into Wenchford, see what the trees are looking like. Chargeable parking here, so I'm not going to stop any length of time. Can't go up there, that's got a barrier, got to be this way. Blackpool Brook Trail. Blackpool Brook being, I presume, Blackpool Bridge gets its name from Blackpool Brook and not the other way around, on the grounds that the brook was there first. Overflow car park, barrier is closed. There's no particular wish to go in there anyway. It was literally a case of drive in, have a look at what autumn colours there are, if any, and drive out again. So that yellow one sticking out there is rather pretty. But I think I took a photograph of that when I was down here before. Well, the forecast doesn't seem to be coming true. They told us to expect rain about 4 o'clock and it's now 20 past. If anything, the sky looks a fraction clearer. So we need to waste an hour and 40 minutes, roughly, before getting in position to get some sunset pictures if they're ready to get. But I'm not terribly inclined to start trying to waste that hour and 40 minutes, because I don't actually anticipate that the cloud will clear enough to give a sunset. I'll tell you what, let's go on down here and have a look. All the way down here, the bracken's gone brown, but the trees are still just beginning to change. Got some nice pictures just before going out of... Oh, now we got some nice ones. So I started to say I got some nice pictures just before coming out of a couple of trees up behind the house. I won't be able to incorporate them into this video because they're all those tall ones, and the video software will lie them down. Access for residents only. So she's the top end of Blakely, I'm curious. Okay, route closed. Pedestrian access, but not much more. Okay, so we need to turn round, and we can do it by backing up there. It almost looks from here as if they're repairing it. Blakely Hill, which does appear to be a public road. So it's not someone's drive I'm using to turn around. Oh, that's that one, okay. Okay, so now we know. Right, now let's head back the other way, back past Winchford, past Mallard's Pike, and then take a right at the barracks. Or, yeah, I think some of these colours here were worth coming around for, particularly up high there. I don't know if the camera's seeing that, I hope it is. We just keep it I'm off that now. To incorporate photos in with videos, they need to be done in landscape, either 4:3 or 16:9. As soon as you start doing anything square or tall and thin, the video software flips it over, and you end up needing to bend your head 90 degrees to get a proper look at the picture. I guess even that's better than Instagram, which just cuts the top and bottom off your picture. But those who know me well will know that I have it's kind of a hate-love-hate relationship with Instagram. I keep it going because I want to build up a following for when I start doing, redoing my online photo sales site. So okay, just added some new pictures. Put something up on Instagram to tell people about it. Advertising and marketing is not anything I ever have experience or knowledge of, but I'll try that and see what happens. That's a project for this winter when it's too wet and cold to walk in the forest today. Here we are by Blackpool Bridge. First time I came down to there, I walked down from Mallard's Pike. As it was getting dark, I decided to walk back up this road rather than back through the woods. Very quiet for that time of night. It's all vehicle. So it was back to my childhood of not looking before crossing the road, but listening. With any cow being half a mile, you'd hear before you saw it. There is the Blackpool Brook. I don't know if the camera picked that out, and I can't really start twisting and angling the camera to do that while I'm driving. That would not be a responsible thing to do. A little bridgeway in there too. That needs to be looked at sometime. That's piqued my curiosity. Oh, I see a sun, or a hint of the sun. Car. That was not expected. question is, will it last, what is it, it's going to last getting on for 2 hours if we're going to, in order to get any sunset photos. That's the exit from Untitled Chapter where that red car is. Again, I think we could drive in and have a look. It's chargeable parking, so we won't stop. I'm not sure what time they close this one, but it won't be again 6:30ish, I would guess, because I think that's the time now that the likes of New Fancy car parks closed. Yes, 6:30. That's alright, we'll be long gone before that. I just thought it might be quite nice to have a wander in and see what colours there are to be seen. It's quite a long way into the car park actually, this one. Parking for Forest Green. Now I'm a member of Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust. That's what it is. It's now a one-way system around here. There is a cafe place. It may still be only doing takeaways. Last time I was here it was closing at 4, but that was during one of the less stringent lockdowns. No parking, but I can drive down there. Slowly and carefully. I think. And go right. This may actually have been a mistake, because that doesn't look very passable to get out again. Oh yes, go 8. You know, that's not my idea of fun. And noise running trails. Nah. I was never a runner when I was younger, and I have not yet seen any reason to change that as I got older. Now, what I can't remember now is how to get out of there. That way, left. Yes, you can just now, if I pause, you could just see the lake over the top of the bracken. Overflow car park that way. Exit that way. Okay, well what we'll do, we'll just swing in. You can see the lake, the tree, and a squirrel coming down a tree over there. We get round and the exit is this way. Another squirrel crossing our path there. Wasn't here, it was Canop, where I actually managed to get, walking back towards the car, and I actually managed to get a photo of a little squirrel just minding his own business. Rough this. the old railway tunnel at Moseley Green that looked the wrong side of the road for and have never gone back to try again. Cool. That's an old one. Old D plate, 1966. Road liable to subsidence. And we need to go left here. Switch House and Syndicate is signed. And actually use 5th up this bit. This is not a classified road, but it's still in the fairly good order. Again, we'll drive in, drive round and drive out again. Good old New Fancy. Somewhere through there and off to the left, there's some old New Fancy colliery screens. Because this was a coal mine. And the actual viewpoint, which is up there somewhere behind the trees, you walk up there to get to it, is actually built on a spoil heap. I keep meaning to have a look at that in there, but I haven't got round to it yet. Yes, they do actually lock that barrier, but one can park here where we are now, as I frequently do, because this is one of my favourite places for shooting sunset. Although this is an unclassified road, it is reasonably busy and the traffic, myself included, does tend to travel reasonably quickly. Oh, I like that yellow tree ahead. Yep, I think we're still recording. That is quite autumnal at this bit. Chucking an Audi coming up behind, and I think he may not be going to be satisfied with my speed from the way he came up. But right, like he can do, because I'm in front of him. I'm doing 50, which is, I think, quite reasonable. Certainly after dark it's wise to slow down, because you do get wild boar and deer out in the road. Yeah, I think this bit was well worth the time, rather pretty. Pass cyclists safely, yes, I always try to. right, the Speech House Hotel, which started life as some kind of an administrative building and is pretty close to the centre of the forest. Clear to the right? Yes, okay. Now let's head back on the road we came out along. Yes, come steaming down here. If you don't get on the brakes, you're probably going to hit a tree actually. If you somehow get round that one, there's trees there to stop your progress. I tell you what, should we take a quick wander up to Speculation? No, we'll do that another day because this is already going to be a 45-minute video. So perhaps we'll do Speculation another day. Right to do it now. And I didn't. It says no road markings. I think that side may have got left there from some months ago. I wonder how much of the highways budget is spent on replacing signs that don't get picked up when works are finished. Or cones. A couple of cones there for no good reason. That's the entrance. Is that the one to Myrie Stop? No, it isn't. We're on the wrong road. Myrie Stop's the other way. But it's an entrance to the woods somewhere. Where are we? Hopewell Colliery. That's on my list of things to do, but it hasn't made it to the top yet. Probably won't until next summer now. Deliberately slowed down so that we see more trees and less car. They're still open. I thought they closed at 4. Okay. I must book a trip in the next few days, so I've got a pile of dead computer bits that need to be disposed of. One motherboard that's so old it's not worth doing anything with, and one that is actually blown. This is Barn Hill Road. Probably gets its name from the body that passes that, which almost backs up here, I think. Rough and bumpy. Just there to the left is where I often park to go into these woods, and just down there is a house beyond which there's a fairly interesting footpath that I want to wander at some point, but preferably in daylight. When I found it by accident coming the other way, it was dark. Not a problem as I had the head torch, but yes, might be nice to do it in daylight with the head cam actually able to see where I'm going. This is Fox's Lane. down there ahead of us now, where we're not going, is a local landmark, the substation. Quite a large electricity substation. I've learnt it's one of those things, if you say, do you know where the substation is, it's a good way of people knowing what you're talking about. It's like when I was first in this area, people would say, head to the speech house. And I'm saying, yeah, okay, while thinking, yeah, but where's the speech house? Not sure what the priority is here. I think it's us going that way. That's a private road. Yes, it is. It actually says Forestry Commission Road. I've not noticed that before. Okay, so we're back out into Broadwell. But not facing the way I intended to face. Go and have a look in here just briefly, because last time I was up here it looked like somebody had started putting up their enormous display of Christmas lights that they do each year. Well, certainly there's some decorations around the door. There were some lights on the other day. Okay, child chasing a ball is not in danger for me. They've certainly got some decorations. I've hung some lights. That'll be good. Last year I did a Facebook photo album of people's garden lights, because a lot of people around here put up quite good displays of lights. Plan is to repeat that this year. Which way should we go back? Down towards Little? No, we'll go the other way. Back down the other bit. That's Fox's Lane to the right. This is also Fox's Lane to the left. Passing Broadwell Amateurs AFC, or Broadwell AFC. And now we're back at the road we came up just now, but this time going down. There's something here saying slow down, but there's no vehicle there needed to be signalled to slow down. Oh well, whatever. Poolway Road, this is, apparently. Sometimes get a nice pink post-sunset sky as you drive down here. But no, I still don't think we're going to get a photogenic sunset. And we're back on the Gloucester Road. Where are we? 54 minutes so far. So it will be just under an hour's total video time. 12 units to put up. It'll probably take a little while to upload to YouTube after it's prepared. Will we get through before it changes? Yes, we will. Cool. Okay, so my favourite tree is the one directly ahead of us now. It's just well, actually, it's my second favourite tree in the town, after the beech tree that's up behind my house. It's just beginning to turn. Give it another few days. That'll be some really lovely colours. So my neighbours. Who's that yellow van is? That's not a locally familiar vehicle. It's got people in it, so could be workers somewhere. And we're